Ayan, hello ulit. Mathematician yan. So, ituloy na natin. We have now the second example to show how quadratic formula is used to solve quadratic equations. Yeah. So, which is equation number 5. Kasi nga yung first 3 natin ay ginamit natin for completing the square method. Yan. So, again, ang first step natin, since naka-standard form naman na yan, is to just write the values of A, B, and C, which are 15, positive 1, and negative 2 respectively. Okay, you might be wondering bakit positive 1 yung B kasi nga ito yung linear term natin, di ba? And the constant, or the numerical coefficient rather, is positive 1, yung invisible positive 1. And next step is just get the value of the discriminant B squared minus 4AC. So we have square of 1 minus the product of 4, 15, and negative 2. So this becomes 1 minus 4 times 15 is 60 times negative 2, negative 120. So 1 minus negative 120. So again, the rule in subtracting integers, change the sign of the subtrahend, then proceed to addition. So naging 1 plus positive 120. And the result there is 121. And then for the next step, step 3, we'll just simply get the square root of the discriminant. So what is square root of 121? 121 is a perfect square number at ang kanyang square root ay 11. And then still under step 3, getting the value of negative of B and 2A. So negative of B is negative of 1 kasi pag sinabing negative of B, just reverse the sign of the value of B. And then 2A is 2 times 15, so we'll have 30 as the answer. And then step 4 is to plug in. And then let's again write the formula para makikita natin yung ating gagawin or kailangan gawin. X equals negative of B plus or minus square root of the discriminant B squared minus 4AC all over 2A. Kaya nga sa step 4, magpa-plug in na lang talaga tayo kasi lahat ng tatlong yan nakuha na natin in step 3. So, drawing ko lang yung mukha ko. Yan, isang mata, ilong, isa pang mata, line, tapos bibig. Okay, so what do we write in the first box? Yung negative of B. So, negative 1 yan. And then, pangalawa, we write yung 11. Tapos sa baba, yung 30. Can we reduce this algebraic fraction to its lowest term? Parang hindi na, no? Kasi negative 1, 11, and 30 are all just divisible by 1. So, walang mangyayari. So, i-split natin ang ating equation into 2. So, x sub 1 will be equal to negative 1 plus 11 all over 30, while yung x sub 2 natin is negative 1 minus 11 all over 30. So, negative 1 plus 11 is positive 10 over 30. Yung negative 1 minus 11 is negative 12, that's over 30. Then we will simplify. So, 10 over 30, parehas divisible ang numerator and denominator by 10. So, we'll have 1/3 as the simplest form. Dito naman, negative 12 and 30 are both divisible by 6. So, we'll have negative 2/5. Ayan. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung isang root, ito pa yung isa. 1/3 and negative 2/5. Okay, so let's have another example. So, equation number 6. So, again, naka-standard form naman na yan. So, anong step 1? Write the value of A, B, and C. And they are 3, negative 14, and negative 8 respectively. And then step 2, value ng discriminant, the B squared minus 4AC. So we have square of negative 14 decreased by the product of 4, 3, and negative 8. So we have square of negative 14 is 196 minus the product of 4, 3, and negative 8. This is negative 96. So what will be the result here? So magiging positive to at mag-a-add na tayo. So 196 plus positive 96. And this will give us 292, tama? Yan, 292. Yan, kunin mo yung 4 dun sa 96. 196 plus 4, 200. May natirang 92, so 292. At yan ang ating kukuhanan ng square root pagdating sa step 3. So square root ng b squared minus 4ac. So anong square root ng 292? Ayan. So, definitely, hindi siya perfect square number kasi, ano bang pinakamalapit na perfect square sa 292? 289 at saka 361. It's between, it's between 17 raised to 2 and 18 raised, sorry, 324 pala. Again, it's between 17 squared and 18 squared. Kasi ang 17 squared, yan ay 289. And then, ang 18 squared ay 324. So, na 292 is between these two perfect square numbers. Therefore, hindi siya perfect square. Pero, let's do something to simplify square root of 292. So, ang gagawin ko, mag-factor 3 tayo. Yan. Definitely divisible to by 4, ano? Kasi 92 is the number 4 by the last 2 digits. So, divisible yan by 4. Anong 292 divided by 4? 73. Tama ba? So, 73 times 4. Check natin. 3 times 4, 12. 28 plus 1. Yan, 292. At ang 73, this is already a prime number. Ibig sabihin pala niyan, 4 is the largest perfect square factor ng 292. Therefore, ito ay magiging square root of the product of 73 and 4. And will be simplified as 2 square root of 73. So, ito siya yan. Okay, and then we now have to determine the value of negative of b and 2a. Ano ang negative of b? Bali, negative of negative 14 yan will just be positive 14. 2a is 2 times 3, therefore 6. Okay, so let's have step 4. Again, drawing ko lang yung mukha ko. Dalawang mata na may ilong sa pagitan, tapos bibig. So what do we put in the first box sa taas? Yung negative of b, which is 14. Tapos, dun sa second box sa taas, yung simplified form ng square root and discriminant. So, which is 2 square root of 73. And sa baba, yung value ng 2a, which is 6. Ayan. So, can we simplify this? Tingnan natin. 14, 2, and 6 are all divisible by 2. So, magiging yang, ang 14 divided by 2 is 7. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Therefore, x equals 7 plus or minus. Yung 1 as a coefficient, hindi na kailangan isulat. So, ano na lang yan? Square root of 73 all over 3. And this is already the answer. Meaning, kapag pinaghiwalay mo yan, you will have x sub 1 is 7 plus square root of 73 all over 3. Tapos yung x sub 2 is just 7 minus square root of 73 all over 3. Okay? Punta na tayo ngayon agad sa next example. And question number 7. So, again, step 1, get the value of a, which is 7. Yung b naman is positive 1, the invisible 1 here. And c is negative 2. And then, step 2 is to get the value of the discriminant b squared minus 4ac. Therefore, you have square of 1 decreased by the product of 4, 7, and negative 2. This is equal to 1 minus the product of these 3. 4 times 7 is 28 times negative 2, negative 56. So, 1 minus negative 56. So, magiging positive yung negative 56, then we will add. Okay, that's the rule in subtracting integers. So, 1 plus positive 56, positive 57. At again, yan ang ating kukuhanan ng square root pagdating sa step 3. So, square root of b squared minus 4ac is just equal to square root of 57. May perfect square factor ba ang 57? Kasi ang 57, yan ay equal sa 19 times 3. And both of these are prime numbers. Meaning kapag nag-factor 3 tayo, 19 and 1, tapos 3 and 1 lang din makukuha natin. So, 1 lang ang perfect square factor ng 57. So, ibig sabihin, ang square root ng 57 is as is kapag sinulat natin ang kanyang simplest form. And then, isunod din natin ang negative of b and then 2a. So, ano ang negative of b? Negative 1. 2a is 2 times 7, therefore 14. And step 4, panghuli na step. Okay, drawing ko muna yung mukha ko. Yan. Okay, so anong susunod natin sa unang box? Yung negative of b, which is negative 1. Yung kanina ba? Yung ating negative of b ay positive 14. Yung kanina naman, negative 1 kasi nga b here is positive 1. Okay. Parehas lang, no? Ano ba yan? Nalilito ba ako? Hindi, tama. Parehas lang kasi lang plus x. So, negative of 1 nga. And then, plus or minus, square root ng discriminant. So, square root of 57 yan. All over, ano yung 2a? 14. Can we still simplify this fraction? Hindi na. So, ibig sabihin, ito na yung mismong sagot. The two roots of the equation can be written in this compact form na x equals negative 1 plus or minus square root of 57 all over 14. Pero again, if we want to denote the two roots, okay, na magkahiwalay, pwedeng ganito. Negative 1 plus square root of 57 all over 14 and then negative 1 minus square root of 57 all over 14 yung pangalawang root. Okay. Ayan. So, I think we are ready for the next example. So, in this particular example, we have the value of a as 16, yung b, 24, at yung c ay 9. And then step 2, b squared minus 4ac. Therefore, we have square of 24 decreased by the product of 4, 16, and 9. Ang square ng 24, 24 times 24, na-memorize ko lang yan, 576. Minus, 16 times 9 is 144. Tapos times 4 pa nun, so 576 din. Ayun. So, ibig sabihin, the discriminant here is exactly 0 kasi it's number minus itself. So, pagdating sa step 3, ano ang square root ng discriminant natin, which we obtained in step 2? So, ano ang square root ng 0? Siyempre, 0. Kaya ano ang negative of b? Negative 24. Ano ang 2a? 2 times 16. So, we have 32. So, pagdating sa step 4, we have x equals, drawing ko lang muna yung mukha ko. Yan. So, anong isusulat sa unang box? Yung negative of b, which is negative 24. Plus or minus yung square root ng discriminant, which is 0. And then, yung 2a, which is 32. Yan. Plus or minus 0 lang to. Ibig sabihin, since negative 24 plus 0 and negative 24 minus 0 will just be giving the same. Ibig sabihin lang yan, the two roots that we can get from these are just the same. Meaning, may isa lang na distinct solution ang ating equation for number 8. At ano yon? We can actually cancel this. So, magiging ano lang. X equals negative 24 over 32. And we can simplify this fraction by dividing both of them by 8. So, we have negative 3 over 4. So, yan. So, meaning the two roots, x sub 1 and x sub 2, are both equal to negative 3/4. Kasi nga, yung negative 24 plus 0 is just negative 24, at saka negative 24 minus 0, ganun din. So, parehas na i-divide by 32 or i-over 32. So, negative 3/4 nga. Okay? So, ganyan, makabilis. Kasi nga, the two roots are just equal. Galing nga yan sa discriminant na equal to 0 lang. So, mapuputol lang muna tayo dito. I'll see you in the next one.